It's Halloween night. You're sitting around a bonfire with a group of people you barely know. You're new in town. The neighbor invited you, so of course you come. What's the harm in making new friends, right? After the bonfire starts, stories are told and jokes are shared. And then the brunette who lives two doors down asks, "Do you guys want to go down to the old graveyard? The Addington sisters supposedly rise tonight if you knock on their tombstone 3 times." So, what do you do? Turn to the next slide to make your choice. Do you guys want to go down to the old graveyard? The Addington sisters supposedly rise tonight if you knock on their tombstone 3 times. Do you A, stay quiet and just follow the group? B, you say, "Of course," and make a hilarious Ghostbusters reference. "I ain't afraid of no ghost." Or C, you politely say, "Sorry, it's getting late. I'd better be getting home. Thank you for inviting me." Down below in the comments, I would like for you to tell me what answer choice did you choose. And so pause the video, tell me what answer you chose, because that's going to give me kind of an idea about what type of personality you have based on the type of answers that you are choosing. So go ahead, pause the video, put in your answer, and let's wait for just a quick second. Okay, I'm done waiting. So if you're here watching the video now, that means you've already written down your answer for choice A, B, or C. And it also means that you are interested in learning how to create your own adventure. And so that is the purpose of this entire tutorial, is how to teach you how to make your very own create your adventure slides using Google Slides or PowerPoint or whatever is your choice. All right. And so before we move on to these answer choices, I'm going to go back to the very beginning to let you see kind of how to create this. And so I want you to think for a moment, step back, and you're going to put a different hat on now. You're not the participant. Now think about it as if you are the creator. So you're going to think that way. And so whenever you are creating your own adventure, you have to make sure first that your scene is compelling. It has to be something exciting that's going to just captivate your audience. And so think about, is it going to be a pirate ship? Is it taking place on a pirate ship sailing on the high seas? Is it something that happens in a jungle? Were you in a plane crash and you're the only survivor and now you're on an island by yourself? What is interesting enough that's going to captivate your audience? That needs to be your scene when you set the stage. The next thing that it makes for a really great presentation is to make your audience feel like they're the ones that are in control and really make it personal, as if you wrote this entire thing all about them. And the way to do that is simply by saying the word you. You enter a dark movie theater that smells of stale popcorn. You turn down a dark alley and see a shadowy figure standing at the end. What do you do? You see, just by adding in that simple word, that takes on a whole new meaning and it makes your audience feel like they're the ones that are in charge and that you literally wrote this for them. Okay. So you also want to make sure that you are keeping in mind people's varying personality types. And so remember how I told you to pause the video and to look to write down your answer to that specific question. And I said that depending on what you choose, that's going to tell me what type of personality you have. Well, okay, you have to think. There are going to be some people that are brave. They always choose the brave answer. Some people always choose the cautious, suspicious, skeptical answer. Then there are some people that always choose the timid, shy answer. All right. And so you have to think about these people's personality types while you are planning your options. Okay. And to go further, when you are planning your options, you have to think about, well, where do I even want this to lead? Let's say that they're entering an old abandoned mansion. Do you want to enter the red door or enter the side door? Okay, well, what's going to happen if they choose to enter in through the front red door? Where does that lead to? What's going to happen if they enter the side door? Where does that one lead to? And so one of your answer choices has to be something that's going to either trick the audience or trap them, and another option is going to be one that will continue the story to prolong it and take it down the path you want it to. So, for example, you might choose in your mind that actually the people need to be a little more investigative and go ahead and take the side door. That's the one that's going to continue the mystery. And so the lazy people are just going to take the front door and just walk straight in because it's a shorter path. So, people that enter the front door, maybe when they enter, they're greeted with I don't know, maybe they're greeted with a gun. But then the people that take the side door and enter, they are walking into a room full of diamonds and rubies. And they decide there, do you want to take one of them and hide it in your pocket for later? Or do you leave everything alone just as it is? And then with those two choices, your story goes even further and it continues on and on. And so it's really fun. I enjoy creating these, and I hope that you will as well. All right. So for the next little part, it's the presentation. Your presentation has to be appealing. And so if you look at mine, it's very, very obvious that this is a Halloween themed story. The title is Trick or Treat, Trip to the Crypt. The background you see is all Halloween, and even the font that I chose is a creepy kind of font. And so you don't have to create your own backgrounds unless you want to. That's totally fine. I have a tutorial on that as well. But I went to Slides Go or Slides Carnival. Those are my two favorite websites for finding presentation slides, but I'll link it below. But if you go to those websites, find a theme that matches your overall story. It's about pirates. Get some kind of a background that is of a treasure map or sailing, a pirate ship, something that just matches, okay? And so on the topic of your presentation, you have to know how to link your slides properly, because it's the worst when you're doing one of these presentations and your audience, they say, well, do you want to click, you say, do you want to choose the red pill or the blue pill? And they all say, let's go with the red pill. So then you click the red pill and it sends you to the blue pills option, or it sends you home, or it sends you to some other option that's not what they wanted. That throws the whole presentation off, and then it's not fun because then they're not in control of the story. Your mistake is what's controlling the story now, not them. And so be by force, now they're going to have to go take the blue pill when they wanted the red pill. So just make sure that your slides are linked properly, and I'm going to show you how to do that as well. So the only other thing too to think about is your topic and your audience. Now, I participated in a one that was themed for a murder mystery, and it was kind of like the game Clue, where you had to choose, figure out who was the murderer, what did they do it with, and so, for example, one of the options was that somebody was bludgeoned with a monkey wrench. Not appropriate for elementary school. So I would never use that same presentation for my elementary school class. And so, whereas this one is like a murder mystery, you might dial it back and do a mystery of who stole the gumballs from I don't know, the gumball king. I don't know. Something that is appropriate for elementary school age versus something that is appropriate for people that are over 18 years old. Always keep that in mind before you write your adventure. Who is it for? What type of topic do I need it to be? All right. So now let's move into that. Halloween night, what do you do? Some of you may have picked A, B, or C. I'm going to pick one of these and to show you how I linked it. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to pick, sorry, it's getting late. I better be getting home. Thanks for inviting me. And you see how all these are blue and underlined? That means that I linked them. And so when I click this, it goes directly to the slide I need it to go to. You decide to walk the eerie path that leads you home all alone. You end up back at your door safe, but you didn't make any friends in the process and won't be invited to any more bonfires. What would you like to do? And then I have it here. You can stay home or you can go back to the bonfire. Now, I want to show you how to link your slides. So I'm going to press escape on my keyboard so that I can go back and show you how I linked those slides. And so what I'm going to do now is to just remove that link because I want to show you how I do it. And so for me, I'm going to highlight the text that I want because this is what I'm going to try to link. But before I do that, I need to think, what slide did my pre-created slide, what slide do I need to link this to? And so if that person's going to stay home, then they're going to end up here. Good night. You reach the end of the night. Okay. So this is slide 16. So when I go back up to my original slide, I'm going to highlight the whole thing, stay home. And I can either click here to link, or I can highlight it and I can right click to link. All right, and so for this, I'm gonna click slides. Ooh, I meant to say stay home, not stay home. Slides in this presentation. And there is where you are going to scroll to figure out what slide you want. And remember mine, it was slide 18, or sorry, slide 16 it was. Slide 16, good night. There we go. But you have to click apply, otherwise it's not going to link properly. And so you see here how I have it, it's now blue. That means that it's officially linked. Okay, my other option was to go back to the bonfire. My bonfire slide is here. Oh, wait, nope, not that one. This one, slide 5. So let me head back down. I'm going to link this sentence, or really this question. I'm going to link it to slide 5. And remember, click slides in this presentation. I'm going to scroll to slide 5 and apply. So now when I click present, I see my options. I can stay home and it goes straight to the end. I can decide also if I want to, oops, I went too far ahead. If I want to go back to the bonfire, and this takes me directly back to that same slide that I was on, and I'll make a different choice based on what it is that I want to do. Now, one thing that I do want to show you, the last thing I want to show you is how you can create one from scratch. And so whenever you're creating your presentation, you have to think, what are going to be my major points of action? Where is the climax going to happen? And after you have that event, maybe it's a high stakes adventure and you're on the sea, you're sailing, and then somebody gets eaten by a narwhal, for example. I don't know. And so if you want that to happen, you have to think backwards. Okay, somebody's going to get eaten by a narwhal. What choices could they make that would potentially lead them to that choice? And you might think, okay, someone is getting into an argument and they decide to push someone overboard, and the person that got pushed overboard, they got eaten. So now I know what choices I'm going to say. You're in an argument. You decide to push the person overboard to end the argument, or you decide to stay quiet and you walk away. Well, if somebody pushes them overboard, that's when they're going to get eaten by the narwhal. But if that person decides that they're just going to walk away, then they're going to walk away and end up and then their friend they're arguing with is going to end up staying alive because they did not shove them off the boat and they didn't get eaten by a narwhal. So you have to think backwards whenever you're creating these types of presentations, okay? And so for me, my end destination, for example, I'm not going to tell you the true ending because I'm going to go live with this and let the viewers pick which way they want to go as far as my Create Your Own Adventure goes. So this is my fake ending, guys. It's fake ending. I wanted to end up at a pumpkin patch. So congratulations, you made it to the pumpkin patch. or the other option, which is, ugh. The path you chose led you directly to a shallow grave covered in leaves. You run and fall directly into it. Your night and life end here, 6 feet underground. Yikes. So I have my great choice, which I want my audience to end at, or the not so great choice, where they die. So I'm going to come here, and this one is titled Time to Run. Let's move that title up just a little bit. Let's see. I've already pre-typed that because I copied this from my notes page, which I do recommend. That's good to do when you're creating these. Make a page that has your kind of like a semantic map or a graphic organizer where it has like I use a bubble map where I have like a circle that has my climax in it, and then I have a lot of lines coming off for possible choices that I could use to make that line or make that connection. And so anyway, if you want more information about that, let me know so that I can share that out with you because I do have that already created in a Google Doc, so I can just share it out. It'll be simple. Anyway, so out of breath from running, you find yourself at a dead end. There are two paths. One is long, windy, and well lit. The other is short and completely dark. Which path do you choose? So the long, well lit path actually leads them to the pumpkin patch. That's slide 18. So right click, link, slides in this presentation. Let's scroll to slide 18. There it is, slide 18. Apply. And then the short dark path, ooh, slide 19. Let's link it, the slides in this presentation, and go to slide, well, let me see if I can just type it. Oops, slide 19. Nope, can't do it that way. No big deal. I'll search it the way I have been. I thought I could try something new and cool. All right, slide 19. Oh, I ran out of space. Well, it's actually the last slide on my presentation, so I'll just click that. Last slide. All right, this is difficult to see, so I'm going to highlight it and let's put it in like yellow. Oh, that's so bright. No, thank you. Let's just do like a gray. Okay, good enough. I can see it. So the next step, let's press present. Which path do you choose? The long while lit. Yes, I made it to the pumpkin patch. Which path do you choose? No, I died. So this was a super quick version of the way that you can create your own adventure. So I really hope that you enjoyed that video. I hope you benefit from it in some way. And if you did, please subscribe to this video. Definitely click like on it. Share it with your friends, people that you think would enjoy this video. And of course, comment and engage with me. I love to talk to you. So I hope that you have an amazing rest of your week, and I'll see you next time. If you liked this video and you find that it helped you in some way, please subscribe to my channel and you'll be getting a lot more content just like this. And also share the video with people that you think would benefit from it. Click like, comment below any questions that you have. Engage with me. I love to talk to you. So with that said, I do hope that you have an amazing rest of your week and enjoy. I will see you next time.